Today I'm going to attempt to change oil on this Rav4 on the Leela car. I've never changed oil on this car before, but it shouldn't be too hard. The difficult part is going to be I don't have ramps or a car lift, so hopefully I can get to it without needing one of those. Hopefully I can get the skid pad off and get to the drain plug without needing to elevate the vehicle. Hopefully I can just slide under it and get to it. We'll see. We have a look at the engine bay of Leela. Looks pretty good for a 20-plus-year-old car, I would say. Not the cleanest. It's dusty, but there's not a lot of oil or dirt in there. It's just dusty and pretty much stock, as you can tell. Under here for the first time, I thought I might have to take this skid pan off, but thankfully 90s Toyotas are great, and the drain pan is right there. I don't have to crawl. I don't have to take all this skid plate off and stuff like I do on 4Runners or Tacomas. So yeah, I should be able to reach that without needing a car jack or anything. And I got a new oil drain pan, which is pretty cool. It has like a carry handle. I'll show you that later. I was able to get the drain plug out with the little wrench that I had. Being under there, I kind of did wish I have a cheater bar, so that's something I'll have to buy in the future. However, I was not able to get off the oil filter, so I think I'm going to need to get a oil filter wrench or a strap wrench to get it off. Sat there and tried as best I could to kind of get in there with my hand, but it's really on there, so I think either it's been a long time or there's a lot of heat that got on there and it got hot and seized, so not sure how the previous person put that on there. But it's stuck pretty good. It shouldn't be that tight, but it is. Which also reminds me, like, you should never use power tools on stuff like oil drain plugs or anything like that. And kind of the longer you forget to do the maintenance, you know, those particular parts can get hot, so they'll start to seize on there more. Stuff like that kind of just needs to be hand snug, oil filters and oil drain plugs. And then just don't forget about it and it won't seize up on you. Wish I could have filmed it. It was pretty dark oil coming out of there, but it's a little hard to be under the vehicle like that and filming and trying to do the work. So I think I'm going to order that tool because the right tool does make the job go easier, which you'll find out. I mean, I kind of fussed around with it a bit, trying to use some rope or a belt to try and makeshift a strap wrench, but just couldn't quite get it to work under there in the space that I had. You know, different gloves and stuff, trying to get a grip on it, and just kind of gave up after about 20 minutes and was like, I'm just gonna order the right tool for the job, and we'll try again tomorrow when it gets here. We are in the garage again. There's our oil filter, which you can see is actually pretty easy to get to in this vehicle. Just couldn't get it off, so we're gonna try our new tool. And unfortunately, I am holding the camera, so I can't show you it in action because I do need my hands, and I don't have a way to hold this camera while I do the work yet. So something in the future is figure out how to film this stuff. So update, this thing actually worked like a charm once I figured out a good way to get it on there and get a grip on it. And the filter came up, but you can see how much force I had to put on there to get that thing off of there. All that paint is scratched from mechanical force. And I don't know if you can see it right there, but the can's actually dented to try and get this off. So I don't know why it was on there so hard. But the ring did have oil on it. So yeah, I'm not sure why that was on there like that, but yeah, that actually worked better than the. So you just put that guy in there and you let him drain. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Actually, using this, so this is the small one, okay? But the problem, as you can see, is imagine that filter is there. You got this wrench on. There's no way to. You can't turn it. So the dipstick's right there. And then on the other side of my arm is the compressor. And then, so if you go, you rotate the wrench. I can't even do it. Can't even fit in there. The exhaust manifold's in the way. So even though, yeah, this fits, there's no way you're going to get in there to actually turn it. So this turned out to actually be the only tool I could use to get that off. Yeah, normally it would be hand tight, but it is what it is. It's off. So we're going to go ahead and put the new one on. One more thing I noticed while I was in here is this shielding around the cable for this alternator is just, you can see it's corroded. I think normally it would be clipped in here. You could see, let's see, I'll do it. That plastic clip would hold the wire right there. This clip has failed, and I think that this is the exhaust manifold, this heat shield here, just got this wire really hot, or the wire cover really hot, and it's just corroded. And the other thing, as you can see, this is near the fan blade for the radiator, and it's just kind of failed. So I assume maybe this wire can be tucked away safely somewhere back here away from this fan, like that. That's a little better. And I'm just going to use some electrical tape, because that's what I got, and get that taken care of.
That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed our adventure in changing oil.